I guess if 90% of the money's not going out in payroll, where is the biggest expense of the county funds that's going out and all? I was just under the impression it was 90% going out in payroll.
I mean, 90% is going out in payroll. About $2 million, well, about $3 million a month is going out in payroll. The other huge amounts of that, if you subtract out on what we're spending on fuel and transportation and then utilities. Those are our huge areas. And then and that's what I did for Dr. Kraft, because he said, well, you can't tell me you can't cut anymore. Let me see your numbers. I know you've got all this other fluff, but if you take out the transportation and the utilities and the salaries and the benefits, there's not a lot. We cut that 3 to 4 to 5 years ago. We used to give the schools an allotment for operating money for instructional supplies, and we already cut that. So that's kind of how it plays out as far as the biggest expenditure.
And there is a portion of the salary that is funded from the local funds. There is a portion of that, the majority of it's from the state. But again, the overall budget, state, local, federal, 90% of it is salary. The other part, again, if Jay Youngblood doesn't receive a check for diesel fuel that the school buses are running, there won't be more fuel there for them to get next time. Georgia Power and Omaha EMC doesn't receive a check to keep the lights on, the lights will go off. I mean, that's just like anybody else. Yes, ma'am.
Have y'all looked at going into the cost savings for going to a 4-day week?
There has been a limited amount of discussion on it. Again, state law says you go to school for 180 days. There has been some talk about them changing that and changing it to a time frame, but I don't think
that was changed.
That was changed, but I don't know that all the rules have been worked out with the State Board of Education.
It has. There's one school system, St. George, is doing in Murray County up in North Georgia, has gone to a 4-day week. We haven't given extensive consideration there.
Would that be something that y'all look for?
Beach County. Okay.
And we've talked around it some. We did 4-day weeks this summer, which really wasn't the amount of savings that we see during a normal school year. But we were kind of trying to look at that to see building by building what we would save, and we're trying to run some numbers on that.
The pros and cons, if you don't mind me.
Go ahead.
I've thought about. I sit there and think about a lot of things a lot of times. Going to a 4-day work week or school week, you would save money, and I know some of you are worried about the average, when you talk about the offset and the cost that the property tax owners or the landowner is taking up. If you go to a 4-day work week, then on Friday, if you're taking Fridays off, then you have another cost because the children have to go somewhere. So there's a hidden cost. If you go to a 4-day work week, the other school system would save money in transportation and electricity. But if you look at the big picture, then there's a hidden cost there to the parents because of where the children will go.
There's probably also a cost to the taxpayer because some of them yahoos is going to be getting in trouble.
So, as you come up with solutions, and I think to get out of tough times, you have to brainstorm.
Well, at least with that option, I know that the parents would have to pick up the extra daycare bill, but that would allow more of the parents who aren't exactly property taxpayers to pick up some of the bill.
But there is.
All right, I thank each and every one of you for coming today. Again, we will be right back here at this table at 6 p.m. tonight. So, thank y'all.